Welcome to HortTube, where we talk all things gardening. My name is Jim Putnam, and this is a Blush Pink Nandina. This is Blush Pink Nandina, a low-growing evergreen shrub that gets beautiful foliage color changes throughout the year. Blush Pink will only reach about 2 to 3 feet in height and maybe 2 to 3 feet in width, and it can actually even be kept smaller than that. Like most Nandinas, Blush Pink is going to be best in zone 6 to 10, probably in zone 6A. I wouldn't put it out in any open space where the wind could be on it all winter long. Like most dwarf Nandinas, Blush Pink is going to grow very slowly. We may only get 3, maybe 4 inches of growth out of these in a season, which is fantastic if you're using it as a foundation plant and you don't want to have to do a lot of maintenance on them. Blush Pink is going to require at least a half a day sun and would really prefer more than that. At least 3/4 or a full day sun would be ideal. That's where you're going to get the best foliage color on it. It's also going to keep the plant the fullest. The main use on most of these dwarf Nandinas like Blush Pink here or Firepower or Harbor Dwarf is usually as foundation plants because we don't have a lot of evergreen shrub options that stay below 3 feet in height, where a lot of the foundations are lower and lower now, and we really need shrubs that will stay that size. It also works great mass planted in open space. The winter color is great. You need to be careful matching other foliage colors to it though, because it's so changeable during the season that a lot of times other reds and burgundy things will look terrible with these. The main feature on this Blush Pink Nandina is obviously it's a low growing evergreen shrub, which we just don't have a lot of for low windows. And then the new growth on this plant in the spring and early summer is a pinkish red color. It's not growing right now, but there's the tag. This is a patented plant. And it has a pinkish red new growth to it during the growing season. And then in the wintertime, just like Firepower, it turns a reddish pink in the winter, which is quite nice. So this plant's almost always doing something. I've linked videos in the description of this video for planting these. Nandinas are really very rugged plants, very easy to plant. Just don't plant it too deep and don't over mulch it. And definitely don't put Nandinas on automated irrigation systems unless you're in an area that's like extremely dry. Otherwise you will end up overwatering these. Once they're established, you really don't have to do a lot of watering on these anyway. The first year I would keep a close eye on it and drag a water hose to it and drown the space around it if it needs it, and then let it dry out again. The foliage color on Blush Pink is fantastic throughout the growing season, and the way to increase that is with fertilizer, and you can use any kind of slow release fertilizer in the spring on these, something that lasts 3 to 4 months. You would not want to do it again in the summer. We want to let these kind of wind down in the late summer and go dormant on their own. Like I've said on some other Nandina videos, they're about the easiest thing to prune you'll ever have. I mean, one cut through the middle of this thing and I can take 3 or 4 inches of growth out of it. It grows so slowly and stays so small, you're rarely ever going to have to prune it. If you do, like I say, it's about a 10-minute job per plant and you'll be done for a couple seasons. One of the great things about Nandinas is there really just aren't any insect or disease problems to worry about. Occasionally we'll see scale insects on older Nandinas. It's really not that big of a deal. Rarely do we see any kind of foliar issues. We'll get some little spotting on the leaves. It's rarely a big deal unless they were in too much shade, and then it can become an issue, and they're pretty much deer proof. So what are you waiting for? Even you can grow these low maintenance Blush Pink Nandinas. Thank you for watching my video, and if it was helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Also comment below with any questions you have about Nandinas. Thanks again.